Dietitian, and today I'm going to be making beef stew. Now this is a special episode because I am nearly 9 months pregnant. I have only 1 week left to go, and I am making a meal that is high in iron, which is important during pregnancy, but I also plan on freezing some of this meal so I have some food ready to go for those busy days ahead. Iron is important during pregnancy because our blood volume increases. We use iron to build red blood cells and help those blood cells carry oxygen. We also help our babies because they can store up the iron they need for those first few months of life. I've gone to my local butcher to pick up some stewing meat. The nice thing about making a stew is that I can buy a leaner and cheaper cut of meat. We can use a lean cut of meat for making a stew because the stewing process tenderizes the meat, making it soft and moist. Lean meat is also lower in saturated fat and calories, which is generally better for us. I'm going to first season the meat and then brown it to build some flavor and create a delicious base for our stew. To season the meat, you can use thyme, savory, oregano, or basil, and about a teaspoon in total. I'll also add about a half a teaspoon of pepper and a half a teaspoon of salt. Now that I've seasoned the meat, I'm going to dredge it in flour and cook it in a heavy, flat-bottomed pot to brown the meat and start to develop some of that delicious meaty flavor. I'm going to heat about 2 tablespoons of oil over medium-high heat. So we really want to shake off the excess flour and make sure we don't crowd the pan so that we can get some of that nice browning going on. We want to brown all sides, so we're going to flip them over. So I've taken the meat out of the pan and you can see all the delicious brown bits are left behind. This is what is going to make our stew super flavorful. If you have excess oil in the pan, remove it, or if there's not enough, just add a little more. And then I'm adding 4 cloves of garlic, 1 onion, 1 celery, and 1 carrot, all chopped. Once the onions have softened, I'm going to add 2 bay leaves and the same herb mixture that I added before. Now I'll add back the meat. And now you can use wine, beer, or broth, and I'm using a powdered beef bouillon broth. So I'm going to mix that into my water. Once our stew is at a boil, I'm going to reduce the heat and cover it to allow the meat to tenderize. You can do this for 2 or 3 hours or even longer if you have the time. In the meantime, I'm going to chop some vegetables. The recipe only calls for a few potatoes, carrots, and celery, but I'm going to use a lot more because in the stew, these vegetables are going to taste delicious. Now it's going to sit and stew until it's ready, just like this little guy. You know the meat has cooked long enough when you can easily cut it with a fork. This would be a good time to add all your veggies and let it stew for just a little while longer. Our stew is ready for eating now, tomorrow, or freezing some for later. Bon appetit!